rush, cause you know that I'm up next. I got Velo around my neck.
Okay, what is going on, my mate? It's your boy Rev here, and today I want to talk to you about something serious and something that I've been recently reading on. So basically what I've been doing is just looking at certain cover-ups, certain stuff in American history, like riots and shootings and different stuff like that, because I am taking U.S. government as one of my electives, and the involvement of U.S. government is just very interesting to me. Very interesting to the point where I kind of just want to research some stuff that actually happened in American history, such as terrorism and different tragedies and stuff. But what I wanted to talk about today is one conspiracy theory which I think is pretty brutal, and I think is not really much of a conspiracy theory, but still. So in 2012, during almost Christmas time in December, in Newton, Connecticut, I think it's what it is, yeah, Newton, I'm not too sure, but it was in Connecticut, and it was, obviously, you know what I'm talking about, the Sandy Hook elementary shooting, where the 20-year-old Adam Lanza, before he went into the school, he killed his mother, shot her in the face, and the 20 students that died, and then the 7 faculty members died as well. And there are some conspiracy theories about it. The main conspiracy theory, which I'm gonna say, is that it was completely fake. And the theory states that all of this was fake. The people who actually died were child and adult actors who basically it was basically a cover-up. Like, none of them actually died. They just say that they died because they're just child actors, and it was just a cover-up for the U.S. government, and it was all a hoax just so the U.S. government can enforce more stricter gun laws in schools, and obviously towards the whole entire United States, and that it was like involved with the NRA and stuff like that. And it was just saying that it was a hoax. It was a false flag operation staged by the U.S. government, and some other people claimed that the shooting was being used by politicians to push through new gun control legislations. And I think it was Alex Jones who first came up with the theory, or popularized the theory, saying that it was just completely fake. And even though he did say this, he didn't really have that much evidence, and lots of parents and the victims who survived and their families, they actually arrested, or they didn't arrest, they arrested the man who was supporting Alex Jones, and they actually sued Alex Jones for defamation and through hoax and stuff like that. And I don't want to say it's very interesting to study on, but it's just something that is really messed up, because I think because of that involvement, and because of that conspiracy and stuff like that, I think that the parents weren't even allowed, or the families weren't even allowed, to visit the people's graves of those who died, and I think that's really messed up. And it's just a statement that so many people use to claim that the U.S. government is just killing all these people, and some people have to take this sacrifice, and it's messed up. It's actually messed up. And there's also conspiracy theories that claim that various timestamps for creation dates for people who actually want to look up the Sandy Hook shootings on Google, and like different caches of various memorial websites, fundraising sites, and Facebook were created before or immediately after the date and time of the shooting, and are therefore evidence of conspiracy or cover-up. So basically, everybody on Google, everybody on Facebook and basically different fundraising sites for the shootings and helping the victims, they were already released, and they were already intact even before the shooting even happened. So people were conspiring against that and saying that no, what they're trying to say is wrong. What these theorists or these people are trying to claim, that it was just all a hoax and it was just a cover-up, then it's just, no, they're wrong for that. And I don't believe that. I don't believe, like, how can you automatically create something that hasn't even happened yet? So there was just however, there's timestamps are frequently incorrect to the date in the event, and particularly on search engines like on Google or Bing or anything else related to Google. And some timestamps are initially created and assigned to URLs that are then repurposed, meaning that a URL link to a current event can have a much older date, probably even before like stuff even happens. So whenever that happens, lots of people confuse that, saying that, oh, it's this just happened, and there's already so many stuff created for the shooting and created to help and fun, but like, how is that even possible? So that's just something that really messes with me, because whether if it was a cover-up or whether if it was whether it was real, and I know it's real, it's still people who died, and people who actually support those claims, and people who actually support the theory and the theorist. It's just kind of messed up. So I don't think it's false. I think everything is so real, and I think that the people who lost their children, lost their old loved ones, it's very hard to see. And I've seen like footage and stuff and news reports about it and interviewing of the children and the adults, and it's kind of hard to see. But it's also interesting at the same time, knowing that these people were just in the midst of just being where it actually happened, like where you actually be there, and it's considered an American tragedy. Like this is happening right in front of you. Like people who survived in the Columbine shooting, people who survived during 9/11, people who survived during the El Paso shooting, like those people got to witness that. And that's like the only thing that I find interesting, that these people were right in the midst of it, and like it truly messes with your psyche. I don't know how to I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know how to, like, what's the word? It really messes up your mind. That's what I'm gonna say. It really messes up your train of thought, and it really messes you up if you actually witness that. And just frequently right now, whenever a young boy who was in the Walmart in Calallen, a couple of miles in front of me, or a few miles, he was just stabbed to death by a guy that just came in, and he had mental disorders, and he just kept on stabbing him. He just grabbed a butcher knife, he kept stabbing him, and the guy just ran, and the teen was just bleeding out on the floor, and he died. And it's crazy to see, because his mother was right in front of him, and there's so many people trying to help him. There's so many people trying to provide aid for him, but at the end of the day, he died. And I feel really bad for that mother, and I feel really bad for his family and his friends, and I really hope that they can go through this and make sure that he has a proper burial and a proper funeral. So yeah, that's all I that's all I have for this video. I might do more conspiracy theories, more claims about what other people say about different tragedies and different terrorist attacks, because it's very interesting to see. It's very interesting to study upon. And yeah, that's all I have. If you guys have any suggestions for conspiracy theories or anything like that, then let me know in the comments down below. And Just like and subscribe. Rev out.